Welcome to Tour Bus Confidential. Who is getting on the bus with me today? Pat Monahan from Train. Give him a warm welcome to the tour bus. You know, we have a lot in common. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Are you from Cleveland?
Yes.
I'm from 90 minutes from here.
I know.
So it already begins.
It does.
Commonness.
What a great place to do. Have you ever played Warner Theater there?
What is the theater called?
Warner Theater.
Oh, the Warner. Oh, yeah, several times.
Like when you were a little kid, were you like on in plays and stuff?
No, I was never that kind of guy. I went to an all Catholic school through 10th grade and lips sank everything. I would be like in the back row pretending that I was singing, but I never sang a word.
You know, if the whole choir mouths the words, you know what happens, right? Nothing.
Yeah.
So when did you start singing?
I started playing drums at 13. So by 15, I was like, no boys had the courage to sing in front of girls because the peer pressure was mounting up too high. So I was like, dude, just do this. And then I would sing and they'd be like, why don't you just do that? So that's how it started.
But it seems like now though, that's cool for guys in high school to sing and get girls. You know?
Now it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wasn't it like that then?
I didn't know if I wanted to test the waters back then. How about you?
Well, I played the piano, so I didn't speak. I just played.
But when people saw you play, they'd probably be like, whoa, that's something I can't do.
Yeah, I got invited to a lot of parties.
Cool.
And a lot of weddings, but not
Billy Joel does as well. I don't know that he plays anything there.
Yeah. Well, no, we don't get invited to be a guest. Yeah. We get invited, you know, to perform.
To entertain people, right?
So you're in the middle of this tour,
it's
all
actually
over the world.
2/3 done.
What is that like to be? I mean, like when I go on tour, I only go for like, you know, a month. You're on for like 8 months or
no? This was 8 weeks. No, it was 10 weeks. It was 10 weeks and 46 shows. So then we have 1 day off, and then we go to Canada for 2 days, and then we have 3 days off, and we go to Japan and Australia. So it ends up feeling like 8 months, but it really was 10 weeks consecutive.
Wow! And
we have not had 2 days off since we started.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it every day and every day and every day, and you look amazing.
I'm trying to get back in shape because I drink a lot of wine, enough wine that probably would get me arrested in some countries.
But it's your own wine, right?
Sometimes, yeah. But anyway, so I try to keep it together and do all the right things when I'm not drinking wine.
I think I saw you jogging down the path about a half hour ago.
I run treadmills in here because I don't know the paths well enough, and I don't run on cement. So we bring a treadmill and an elliptical machine with us.
Wow.
And so I think the last 4 times we played the Blossom, the treadmill comes down here with me and I run and then do my thing. But this is where I saw all the most meaningful concerts in my life.
Me too.
Like the 2 that stick out the most are when Steely Dan finally played live together. And I was here on the grass with some good friends. And when I finally got to see Robert Plant perform, and he was with the Honey Drippers. And it was like, oh wait, and it wasn't the Honey Drippers. It was after that. It was what was the Honey Drippers, right? Because it was Big Log. Big Log was with the
So
Honey
you'd
Drippers.
come to all kinds of different shows?
Those were the other ones, you know, sometimes we'd be at the arena in town because, you know, Erie was a limited amount of seating. So
right.
We would get
Buffalo.
limited levels of band.
Right.
You know,
So this tour is the brand new album, because we talked about this when it first came out, and you're already like 3 singles in to the album, and play that song. I'm so fascinated by this because
especially somebody like you, a piano player, right?
Yeah. So Hoagie Carmichael and I mean Frank Lesser. I don't think people realize that you collaborated with them.
Yeah, no, I think they do, and it's a very polarized kind of thing. You know, kids don't know and they don't care. And adults are like, how dare you? But honestly,
why? I think it's brilliant. I mean, I can't believe it hadn't been done before.
You know, that's what Sia said. Like, Sia's managed by my manager, and she was like, you got to tell Pat, like, I got to figure out how to bring chopsticks back, because heart and soul and chopsticks together, you know?
Right.
But
Or which is the dun, 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 which is that one too? You know, like on all the black keys.
That's
Right.
Chopsticks.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, that's right.
And then
So,
Heart and Soul is Heart and
Yeah.
Soul.
I didn't know. I mean, I play the piano, but I only play the white notes, so I don't know.
You
about
only play the
that.
white keys? Yeah. Some of the black ones are interesting. You want to try that
Sharps
one
and
time.
flats, yeah. I'm trying to get better as I possibly can. So the new, I love your videos, by the way.
Thanks.
Like, and they're so much fun. The one for Drink Up is really great. Absolutely
thanks.
love it. I'm wondering, because of course, you know, we're both songwriters. When you're on tour like this, because you co-write a lot of these, and when do you write? I mean, do you have dedicated time? I'm always curious about that. Or does it just come? Or
I've learned a lot of lessons the hard way about writing. The record before this, I wasn't ready at all. But if you don't keep figuring out a way to be visible, you can end up being forgotten.
That's right.
So my managers were like, man, you just gotta kind of start trying to write a little bit. And I just was piecing things together, and there wasn't a hit off the record, and the tour was great and successful, but the album didn't really do much, and it was like a reflection of how I felt about it, you know, because I was like, I wasn't ready.
Mhm.
So I don't think Train fans were ready either to like embrace this.
Mhm.
This record was pure joy. I mean, I couldn't write enough. I just was like so excited to write with. I would write with, you know, people that were 30 years old instead of 50 years old.
Yeah.
And the only difference is an amount of enthusiasm. Like a 30-year-old is going like this, listening to me, and a 50-year-old would be like, I think maybe we should put a little skibby-doo-doo in there, you know? And so there was such a different energy that it made me feel like I'm really good at this because these kids are reacting like that, and I don't usually get that. So that motivated me to keep going, and then I think the songwriting was better. When
you're writing, do you sing as you're writing over chords that they play, or do you write? I mean, the idea first, or the
No, it's, you know, Drops of Jupiter was all of it at once because I woke up from a dream and just wrote everything in 20 minutes.
That song is just brilliant. It's brilliant.
Oh, thanks. I think, honestly, I lost my mom that year, and I think that she wrote it. And she was like, here, you're welcome. And I keep waiting for her to throw me another one. I'm like, Mom, what's up, man? Would you know? But typically it's music starts and then a melody, you know, like, and that's, you know, her singing Heart and Soul over that guitar thing. I was like, man, they might not be cool with this. And, but they were excited about it. The Heart and Soul group were excited about it.
Oh, I think it's fantastic. Everything old is new again.
Yeah, it's new again. So, you know, there'll be 6-year-olds out there that they don't know anything about Heart and Soul.
Yeah.
And so it keeps that whole thing alive. And I wonder, this is something that I don't know the answer to. So you know how after 100 years it becomes public domain? So what happens now? Because that's the melody of Heart and Soul. Does 100 years start again now?
Well, for this particular composition version,
it's their melody.
That's true.
I need a lawyer just for this particular conversation.
So you got so much going on. You got your cruise next year.
Yep, that'll be our 5th one.
Do you like doing those?
Man, our first one, I was like, I don't know. This might not be for us, because I know that like Zach Brown and John Mayer have tried it, and it didn't work for them personality-wise, but I like hanging out with Train fans and drinking our wine together. We made wine slushies last year. We also do a thing with the kids every year. Like I made cupcakes with them, and one of them smashed a cupcake in my face. And then we made sand art this year. So I don't know, man. We just have built this really cool culture of regular people with regular jobs all hanging out on a boat.
Well, I mean, and that's how the business, I think, has changed. I mean, you guys got started together in '93. And so you think over time like this, 20 years and that sort of thing, you know, it's changed. People, it's much more of an experience. People experience your show, and they feel like they're part of, you know, this culture. And so when you see them, it's not, you're not distant. You're sort of emotionally connected through the music.
I mean, I email with a lot of Train fans, and the ones that I don't email with, I Snapchat with, or we DM each other, or we Facebook each other.
So like if I wrote you, you'd like write back maybe?
Sure, of course.
Oh, That'd be
nice. It becomes difficult. Like I probably have 200 unanswered DMs on Twitter right now because I just can't catch up. And however, I would consider Train fans more my friends than fans, and they've stuck with the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we've evolved quite a lot. And the people that aren't as recognized that you'll see up on stage, Jerry Becker is from North Olmsted.
Really?
And he has been not just in the band forever as our keyboard player and guitar player, but he was our first tour manager. I met him in Petaluma, California.
And he's from here.
And he's from here, and I was from Erie.
Right.
And I was like, man, you're the only one that's nice to my kid at this music store. Will you tour manage my band? And he was like, I don't even know what that means, but yes, I will.
Because he's Midwest, and we got to stick together.
We've just been good friends ever since. So he's the star of the show, and Cleveland can be proud of him.
And you're accompanying him.
That's exactly right.
It's Tour Bus Confidential with Pat Monahan, lead singer of the band Train. And so happy to have you with us. And good luck with the rest of the tour. The album is absolutely fantastic. You guys check it out. It is. We'll lead you there, of course, from JimBrickman.com. And anything else you want to share with everybody about where Train is stopping next?
We go from here to Detroit, and Detroit's always incredible. But I just want to say about your staff. I've never been less impressed. I think you can do better. I really do. They're not sexy, at all.
Have
you seen these guys?
If you let me play the piano and let them, play a song, maybe you'd be impressed.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they musicians?
Well, you wouldn't know because we're not allowed to play.
I can tell you what, they're not sexy. If they are musicians, you better thank God.
Maybe it's because they're all guys. Did you ever think of that?
That's a good point. You're a pretty smart guy, Jim.
I was saying before, really quick, we share all these duet partners. So, Martina, of course, and I, Chris Allen, he was just on my tour this past Christmas.
He's a sweet kid.
And then Kenny Loggins, I just saw that duet you guys did, and he was just raving about you.
Kenny is, if you ever think about going back in time musically, go visit Kenny Loggins' catalog. That guy. There was a time where there was not a movie that he didn't turn into a classic movie because of how great the song was.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
It is good stuff. All right, Mr. Monahan, you go have a great show.
Great. Well,
and thanks for joining me on Tour Bus Confidential.
Seriously, you got to swap out these guys.